All right, I think I'm here. I think I'm here. I really hope this works today. Really, really hope this works. Once I see myself, there I am. I can see myself now. Good. I spent a good amount of time this morning trying to figure this out, and I know Mike is here. What's up, Mike? And congratulations on winning Chad's the contest or whatever that thing was that he had going. Congrats on that. I have a JTV 69. I want a 59, so that's a sweet guitar. So if anybody is here, please use the chat and let me know, because obviously I can't tell if this is working as usual. So I wonder if let me try something. You might hear a double. All right, cool. Anybody else poking around out there? And I think part of the problem last week, turns out that my computer, my Mac, does not like streaming Helix native. And there's nothing wrong with the plugin. I can record with it, no problem with Logic. But when I try to go on here and stream and play and all that stuff, that's what was causing me all kinds of trouble and all kinds of problems. So I guess from now on, unless someone wants to donate a really high-powered Mac to me, I'm going to just use my Helix floor unit, which is down here as usual. And as you'll see, the editor, just the Helix editor. I mean, it's the same thing as using the Helix native. So, who is on? Who is on here? You should have seen the screen change, and you should be hearing me. I got the lav mic going today, so you should be getting that. And this is another one of those last minute, very last minute live streams. I might even delete this if nobody shows up, but I didn't really put it anyway. I put it on the Facebook group, the Helix Facebook group. Mike can hear me loud and clear. Very good. You might be the only one here right now, Mike, so it's good to have you. Now it says there are 2 people watching. So who is the other person? Mystery person, who are you? Who is the other person? I got my usual Mutt Strat here with the Floyd on it, DiMarzio pickups. So like I was saying, I spent the better part of the morning, besides doing other stuff, trying to reconfigure everything. And like I said, I one of the things that wasn't helping my stream was trying to use Helix native in Logic while everything else was going on. There's 3 people here. Come on. Type in the chat. Let me know who you are, where you are, and all that. So Logic and Native were really slowing down the stream last week. I think you're seeing a good video audio sync. You know, like there's nothing. Maybe the audio is a little bit off, but it should be a lot better than it was last week. So I'm using just my Helix floor instead of Native. Same thing, and I'll switch this back again. So make sure you guys are seeing both of these things. There's the editor, and you should still be hearing me. Mike's got the sync. The sync is great. Awesome. So on the editor, what I didn't really have anything planned today. This was more another fact-finding mission as far as, what do you call it? Trying to get this all working. Sorry, that's YouTube again. Trying to get this all working and getting this audio to sync better than it. I mean, last week that was just a joke. So I didn't really set anything up. So what I pulled up today, and I hadn't played this preset that I made in a while, and it's actually on custom tone. Hey, what's going on, Rob? This is that Helix preset that I came up with based off the, I think it's a Tone Merchant's video of him playing the BE 100 from, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. which is the video that got me to buy the BE100, and I'm so sad that I had to sell it, but that's what happens. Maybe I'll get another someday, but just remember, I am Groot. All right, so let's go, let me just save a couple of things here. Trails. All right, I'm gonna switch over to the editor just so you guys can see. I kind of added a little bit to this preset. The one that's uploaded is a little different. I basically added a ping pong delay and a simple delay into it. So let's go over to that. This is the one, I made two presets of this Helix one. I made one with the stock cabs, and I made one with the IRs, which I'm going to switch. The IRs are the Ownhammer Checkerboard V30, I believe, and the Ownhammer 412 EDVH 25 greenback. So it's basically the Friedman cab. When you buy Friedman stuff, it has a V30 and the greenback in it. So and that's what Helix was playing out of in that video. So first I'm gonna shut off I have an OD in front of the OCD. Here's the amp. I'm using the Brit 2204. It was probably the closest one when I tried a bunch of them trying to match that. Not really a match, but getting close enough to where they sounded similar. So first of all, I want to make sure you guys are getting that guitar. Are you getting that? You should be getting. And I even, I kind of worked out the levels a little bit better today. So you should be getting that. I mean, it sounds pretty good coming through my monitors here. And Mike, thank you. So can you still, now the other question is that since I'm not using the Yeti Blue USB mic, let me switch this back. I'm not using the mic up here anymore. I'm using the lav. Are you still getting the strings clanking around when I'm playing through this? I don't think you should. I mean, you might hear it a little bit, but I figured I'd try this just so I don't have to keep turning things on and off. No acoustic, awesome. Does that mean I actually kind of have this thing figured out? So this is the Helix Friedman preset, and with the IRs. Let me switch over to, I'm going to switch over, I'll let you see in the editor. I'm going to switch over, so it says Helix Fried, and then it's Helix Fried SC, that means stock cab. So let's try the stock cab. So this is very, very similar to the other one. I need to change this delay. I want to put I like this ping pong delay. I don't know why. Put it in stereo. I just use whatever. I'll set it to 1/4 inch. Yeah, I like using, I mean, I got this stock cab one pretty close to the non-stock cab. You should be getting, if you're listening in stereo, you should be getting that ping pong going back and forth. That's another thing I had to figure out. Something was up with the my whole setup here. And I think I even I went into the camera settings and messed around with that. So you should have been getting that ping pong there. So now this is the OCD with that Brit 2204. So, I mean, you should be getting everything now. This is another, hopefully this is my final test run with this stuff, and I can just start, you know, scheduling actual streams, you know, days in advance, and people might actually know about it and get on here. Mike's got ping pong. Great. Pretty happening tone coming here. I'm gonna shut that the OD off. That tone. I don't know why I don't use that more often, that sound, but if you guys want that tone, it's on Custom Tone Line 6 website, and it should be under, it's under my name. Chad is here. Thanks, Rob. What's up, Chad? Chad, I think if you just joined us, I think I finally figured out the simplest solution to stream this stuff without any major, you know, frames dropping and hiccups and all that stuff. So, and what I figured out was that Helix native in Logic, the stream didn't like that too much. So I'm just using the floor, and as you can see, using the editor with the floor. Same thing, same sound. Just and Helix native works perfectly when I'm just recording. It's just too many resources going on my computer, I think, is what killed it for the stream last week. The the tone, you mean? Put it on the Gear Freaks. Yeah, you know what I wanted to ask you, Chad? When I first signed up for the Gear Freaks, I signed up with my Facebook account, and I kind of want to change that to my email if that's possible, because sometimes I'm not logged into Facebook, and then every time I try to go in and log into the Gear Freaks, it makes me open up Facebook and log in. So I'm pretty sure there's probably a way to keep my account the same as it is, but use the email address. I hadn't tried it yet, though. Go into your profile. Hey, Daniel, did you get my email? I'm guessing you did. I'd still be willing to help you. Everybody, Daniel here has a Kemper, and he was asking me some Kemper questions from when I had it. He didn't know I didn't have it anymore. And no problem. So he asked for some pointers on it. All right, Chad, I will get in there as soon as I can and edit that. Thank you. So I told Daniel I was using the Helix, and I guess he found the stream today. So, I mean, you don't have to go selling a Kemper and getting a Helix. The Kemper, like I said in the email, I want to get another one at someday, and I still sell profiles with my buddy that owns a studio. So we actually can get our hands on one every now and then, but we just let that. We have that store open, and the stuff just sells now and then. It's just extra, you know. We don't go crazy with it anymore. But he might actually buy a Kemper, so we might be doing more at some point. Anyway, what do you guys want to do here? Do you want to try setting up a new preset with one of the new amps? Do you want me to go through? Let me put on one of Chad, since Chad is here. Thanks, Chad. That's actually with the stock cabs. That's for those people that don't like the stock cabs. Let me use Chad and OTB. I think I have some on here. This is an OTB. Let me find another one. That's not the one I want. What's this one? That's the OTB with the SLO lead. And I still use the OTB. It's just I use it for certain I use it in certain ways. Like if I'm playing through the Firehawk over here, I prefer the OTB. If I'm recording, I usually prefer impulse responses or the stock cabs. When I'm playing live, I found that I prefer impulse responses. Rob is asking, did I ever make the snapshot version of the 2-amp preset? Rob, I think, no, I don't know. I thought the one that's up on custom tone, let me see if I still have it loaded. I thought the one that's on custom tone had the snapshots in it. Oh no, maybe not, because I think I was just using that in pedal board, like stomp mode. I didn't have a reason to use it the other way. I'm trying to see if I still have it in here and I can pull it up, and I'm not seeing it. I must not have, I don't have it loaded anymore. Right, Chad, it is. It's a tool, and it works. Like I said, when I play through the Firehawk, it's really cool. And you know, as you expect, it gives more of an amp in the room feel to it. So let me try to find another one here. Let's see. Is this that? No. Sorry, this is that Van Hagar patch that I love preset. I don't know why I love that. That's got that big, nice stereo spread to it, like Eddie used to have. 2-amp. Is this it right here? This is the 2-amp one. Yeah, so Rob, to answer your question, yeah, I mentioned possibly doing, but I never did. I ended up using other stuff live instead of using that, but feel free to do it. So this is the 2-amp. Something's out. You love that, right? The sound of tuning. Sorry. All right, Chad, I'll catch you later. I always play the same riffs all the time. It's like one of those things where it just sounds so good sometimes. Kevin Strom is here. What's up, Kevin? Sorry, my cables are getting caught on my chair. All right, so what do we want to do, guys? I don't know how much time I have. Like I said at the beginning, this was not planned, but I got things up and running correctly, it seems. Must have a good feed. Kevin's asking that power amp. Oh, the Seymour Duncan Power Stage 170. It was a great amp. It was plenty loud, but I sent it back because I decided, my stupid phone's always going off. I decided that I wanted to go back to a real amp on stage. So the power stage is going back. I'm back to using the JVM live, or the next show is going to be the, you know, the maiden voyage with that, going back to that. But I'm still using the Helix, and the Helix will give me all the effects for cable method into the JVM, and I'm also going to send the direct. So I have actually had to go through every song and put in 2 separate paths, so they're almost identical. So what I had to do actually with I had a JVM going out the quarter inch, and the other path. And let me just pull it up so you can see it. Let me switch over to the editor. Thank you, Rob. We'll see you again. Let's switch over here, and all right. So here's one of the. This is one of the I don't think this is gonna. Yeah, you're not gonna get anything out of here. Me trying to play right now because this is set up for cable method, and I have different ins and outs. So here's this top whole setup is the JVM, all the effects going out the quarter inch, and then this bottom is basically mirroring the effects here, but I added the amp, which I'm using the arch type lead. That was the closest one I found to the JVM sound-wise, and also I believe this is Celestion Creamback for the IR. So that's going out XLR, but it's also going out Send 3 and 4 of the effects loop for my singer's in-ear monitors. So that's what I'm going to be running live, at least for the time being. And those of you that have followed me, you'll know that I change my rigs, you know, more than I change my underwear. So that's a joke. But that's one of my old presets. Yep, 2 separate paths. I mean, there's probably a way to do it with one and just having the cab go out to front of house, but it was going to be tough because of that extra send path that I need for my singer, and also I have mono effects going to the amp on stage, but I have stereo effects going to front of house because I always go stereo. So to try to get those all into one thing, I am wearing IEMs too, but and it's set up for both. So the on-stage thing is more of a feel thing for me since I'm wearing the in-ears, but it's also for my band. They miss hearing an actual, like a real fire-breathing tube amp on stage. So it's more for them. But if I get in a situation where my in-ears go out, you know, or I need to pull one out, I got that amp on stage, and there's no miking of the cabinets, so the audience is going to get that the great Helix direct tone out front. Yep, backup. And I bring, not only do I have a backup, like I got the amp on stage, but the Helix is then, if the amp just, you know, whatever, something goes, I blow a fuse or something, and the amp goes down, the audience is still going to get the Helix out front. Now, the issue if the Helix goes, you know, knock on wood, the Helix goes, then we have to stop the show. But I always bring the atomic amplifier, the 3-button, in my case, you know, just to pop in there. If I really had to, I'd just run direct the rest of the night with that. I have like some basic, simple presets set up on that just to get me through the rest of the night. But so far, so good. I don't know why Dio just popped in my head, but what else do we want to... Am I running Helix Native? Yep, I have Helix Native, but right now I tried to do a stream last week. I had just gotten Helix Native, and I was running it in Logic Pro 10, X10, whatever you want to call it. And the stream was a disaster because Logic in Native were using way too many resources on my computer, on my Mac. So I figured that out today. I got up early and I plugged all this stuff in, and it was still doing it. So right now I'm running the floor unit, which is down here, and I'm running, the editor, which you can see right here. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just now when I record with Native, no issues. I can record if I just have Native and Logic up, no issues. Am I running Sierra or High Sierra? I'm running the newest, so would that be High Sierra? I don't really keep up on that. I always update, and everything works fine. And I hear a lot of these stories. Oh, don't update yet. I just update, and I've never ever had an issue. So, get an extra Helix. I don't need an extra Helix. I mean, if someone, maybe when I go to NAMM, I'll pick up one. Someone will give me an LT or something. That would be nice. But Kevin tried installing Native last night. Can't get Native to work. I got it to work, but I had an issue. Make sure you're putting on whatever track you're putting Native on, that you're hitting. What DAW are you using, Kevin? I'll just wait for your reply. Logic. All right. So make sure when you open a new track, you've probably already done this, but open a new track. Select Native for your plugin, and make sure you click the eye on the track, the input monitoring, so you hear, because otherwise you're going to hear a clean. Are you at least getting a clean tone? Like without Native, without even opening up Native, are you hearing your guitar through Logic? Just that simple, dry, acoustic sound. I got a cold. Sorry. Native's not loading onto the screen. That's weird. I mean, I wish I could open it up, but the stream will go haywire if I do that. I thought you were able to open it, but you weren't getting any sound or whatever. Because my issue was I was plugging, and it was stupidity on my part. I was plugging the guitar into. I have a Focusrite Scarlett 18i6. It says connection interrupted and authorized. Have you tried contacting Frank or any of the other guys at Line 6 about that? That's what I would do, log a ticket. But my issue was my interface has two XLR combo inputs on the front, and then it has 1/4-inch inputs on the back. And I was plugging into the 1/4-inch inputs, which I totally forgot don't have preamps built into them. So a nice guy named Marcel on the Facebook group, pointed that out to me, and I was like, oh yeah, because the only thing I ever used those first two inputs for were like vocals or keyboards in the past. So once I put it in there and then switched it to line inch or whatever it was, boom, there it was. Because I was getting very, very faint audio recordings. I just tried it last night. Definitely hit up those guys because they'll take care of you. It's probably going to be something like me. It's just something stupid that you didn't realize. It always is that. Unless you just have to reinstall. I don't know if you tried that yet. But anyway, get some Marshall going on here. Oh yeah, I'm going to be going on EVH Gear TV at some point. Eric and I are trying to nail down a date and a time. It's very, especially now with the holidays, it's very, very difficult, both our schedules, to nail down. I originally only could do like a weekday, like noontime, but now I offered up a couple of Friday nights. So hopefully at some point here, I'll get on there, and really looking forward to it. He's got a great show. Talk some Van Halen, talk some Helix, talk some whatever he wants to talk about. So watch for that. I'm sure you'll see it on Facebook. And also, I'll probably mention it on his show, but anybody that watches this video, if you're going to NAMM, definitely if you see me, come say hi. First of all, I'm going to be bringing, besides business cards from my podcast, I'm going to be bringing a bunch of my copies of my CD that I did called Voiceless, and just hit me up and I'll give you one. And if anybody wants like the MP3 download of the album that's not going to NAMM, let me know. Send me an email and I'll shoot one over to you. No worries. It's all instrumental. It's nothing Helix related, because when I did it, the Helix was still in the planning stages. I think it wasn't out yet. It was mainly the Kemper and just me miking up my DSL 100. That's all the tones on that album. Oh, cool. Kevin's going to be there. All right. Well, make sure I'll probably be hanging out by the Line 6 booth a lot. And pretty much all over the place. This is the first time I'm going, so I'm going to take in as much as I can. I'll be at the Line 6 dinner that Chad is setting up on the Friday night, too. Levi's booth, I probably will see you there, because like I said, I'm gonna hit, if there's 2,000 booths, I'm gonna try to hit 2,000 booths, even if it's for like a couple of minutes each one. I'm actually traveling alone. I had a couple of buddies, one buddy that backed out, and another couple that just couldn't swing it this time. So I am going on my own. I don't care. Well, I'm just glad that the stream is working a little better now today, and I finally got the guitar tone figured out, the best way to do it, just for my equipment here. And I guess this little microphone's doing okay too. I will, Kevin. Thank you. Oh, thanks again. Oh, thanks, Mike. Mike's always here. And again, congratulations on winning the guitar from Chad's giveaway. I was following it. I didn't try to do anything, but if you didn't win, it was something wrong, because you were by far ahead of everybody else on that. Yeah, I don't have a lot of people watching today, because I just didn't. This wasn't planned. Maybe I'll do another one. Let's see, what do I have this week? Maybe Wednesday morning I'll do another one, but I'll plan it. And Thursday I got a new roof going on my house. Friday some other stuff going on, and maybe I'll do another one next week. If you guys have any ideas on what I should be doing as far as on this stream, let me know, because I get on here and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to do a stream, and then I'm like, oh, what do? Do I just play the same riffs over and over? Like I said earlier, my favorite riffs. Or should I talk about something specific, answer questions, bake a cake while I'm here? I could probably, I can't get the camera's got a long cable, and I don't think it's going to reach all the way out there, but just let me know what you guys want me to chat about and do here. So I'm going to wrap this up in a few minutes, because I got 1,000,001 things I got to get done. this afternoon. Mike's won 2 guitars. Man, I tried to do that that Premier guitar thing last year, that mystery stocking, whatever it was. And it was last year or the year before, and I got it in $29.95, and what did I get? Some picks, and I think there was a T-shirt that didn't fit me, and it was like, I might even have something here that I won behind me. And you know what? I think I chucked it. I don't even remember what it was, but for $30, I don't think I got my money's worth. But that's a chance you take. It's like playing a lottery. Sorry, I just stopped playing and I go off into crazy land. I gotta figure out my Van Halen stuff for when I go on the EVH Gear TV. All right, take care, Kevin. Some of the guys from my band, Mike, that would be awfully difficult considering, number one, they're all working during the day and none of them live closer than 90 minutes away from me, so that's going to be a no on that. Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, check them out. It's amaudioprofiles.com. Check them out. There's a bunch of, if you sign up for the email list there, you'll get a free EVH 5153 profile or two. I don't remember which one. I think it's the Blue channel. But check that out. Sign up and check out the other stuff. There's a bunch of sound samples on there. All right, I think I'm going to wrap this up today. And I'm just praying that the next time I'm going to schedule one of these, I'm not going to change any settings. I already saved everything. And I hope everything works as well as it's working today. And I mean, the other culprit is my internet connections. Let's hope the speed is up to par like today. So. All right, on that note, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Rob, Kevin, everybody else that came. I will schedule another one of these and think of some questions or whatever that you want me to go over or whatever. And I appreciate the support. And again, if you want a download of my CD voice list or album voice list, just send me an email. The email is rich.antonelli@gmail.com. or you can go to richardantonelli.com and send me an email through there, through the form, the contact page. Until next time, I'll see you. Bye.